This has been coming. This result has been coming. And anyone that doesn't say, and anyone that's surprised by this result, then you cannot have been watching the game properly for the last 5 to 6 weeks. Because this result has been coming. This performance has been the same and same again. This is why people like myself and Ends and other people that come onto this channel say constantly, relying on late goals is not sustainable. We once again relied on a late goal, by the way. Let's not forget that Chiesa late goal. We once again relied on that late goal. And this time it bit us in the ass because it wasn't sustainable. And it's been proven that it's not sustainable. Yes, we are top of the league, but there have been rightly concerns in the past few weeks that myself and Ends and many others have called out many times because of things like this, because of moments and matches like this, because we see this coming. We watch the game with our eyes. We don't look at the score and we don't look at FootMob for our opinions. We watch the game with our eyes. We see what can be coming. Ends, I'm fucking fuming today, not because it was. People say, "Oh, in hindsight," the hindsight was there. This is what I'm saying. I don't like this whole the hindsight thing. In hindsight, if you watched the whole preview before this morning, I did the preview. I said, look, we need to play Robertson. I want to play Ping Pong. Maybe play Chiesa on the left or we on the left instead of Gakpo or Verts. And it's constant the same. It's picking the same team. Slott's getting things wrong, and it's okay to say that. He's the best manager for us, and I'll continue to say that as well. But he's getting things massively wrong.
I don't even know what to say, bro. Like I was listening to obviously a lot of the callers I just had on, and they always kind of singing off the same hymn sheet. But I said to them, well, not to them in individually, but just after we kind of got everyone on and they got their say, bro, we've been pointing these things out for ages now. And when we were pointing them out, we weren't losing, but we were just showing like these are the little signs. If we can fix them while we're winning, while we're in a good space, then great, no problem. But now we've now hit this and we've lost. We've not only we scored a late goal, so you're like, oh, another late goal. But now we've been hit with the Liverpool thing where they score a late goal and win the game. Now everyone's saying exactly what we're saying. You need to rotate the team better in moments. In terms of Salah is not playing well, get him off. Gakpo isn't playing well, get them off. If the strike, whoever it is, Florian Wirtz, whoever it is in the game not playing well, get them off and put someone else in. Start someone else. Give someone else an opportunity to try and prove themselves within the team. But for some reason, he's left it late. He's left it whatever. He changed the formation 3, 4, 5 times in the game, and then he took Konate off. And I'm like, why? Because once you took him off, we lost so much control in the midfield because Gravenberch had to drop back in defense. I'm like, why did you do that? And the thing was, it was like, yeah, we need to get an attacker on. Yeah, then take off one of the other midfielders then.
Yeah.
Don't take off the defender because we were fine in those moments. We just couldn't find a way through their defense. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like we're just banging on. No one wants to listen. And then when they only want to listen when it goes wrong. When we're trying to tell you when it was going right, it's
yeah, that pisses me off.
Mm.
Like, what did we say last week? Some people like to fix the boiler when it's fully broken, but we see the boiler's making a noise for the last 5-6 weeks, and people just like to bang it and say it's all fine, it's absolutely all fine. But when you see a leak in your boiler early, get it fixed, get it sorted.
100%.
Don't call it out. It's just gone. Your heating's gone for like 3 weeks now.
Where do we? And then you look at it now, right? Did we need this loss to like for us to really have a look at ourselves and go, do you know what? We need to fix up. Could it have the same effect that the Forest game last season had on us when we lost that one? And I think the manager like bucked up his ideas in those moments because I think sometimes you can get too sure of yourself because we keep winning. You think, oh, we're just going to do that. We're going to keep doing that. But it wasn't. We never complained about us scoring goals. It's just the manner and how we're playing. We can't wait till it's late in the game. We can't keep throwing away leads. We can't keep conceding these like sloppy goals if we want to be a consistent team, a team that wants to go and win multiple trophies. This kind of style can win you a trophy in like the FA Cup and the League Cup. Yeah, if you get the luck of the draw, you're just a better team. But in the Premier League, every team, if you're not on your game, they can hurt you. They can and they can defend. They can put 5 at the back, 4 across the midfield, and 1 up top. All we're asking is, can we move the ball quicker? Can we not wait for the team to reset into their shape to attack them? Like Gravenberch picked up the ball from the back line, drove through a couple of their midfielders, and then looked forward and then turned back and then allowed all their players to then go back and set. And then we started going side. I'm like, so not only have you broken through 4 or 5 players, you've now waiting for those 4 or 5 players to get back into shape to then attack them. How does that even make sense?
That doesn't even make any sense at all, does it, really? It's like blowing up a balloon and popping it.
And keep doing it over and over again.
Yeah. Imagine, like, like a paddling pool. It takes ages to blow it up. Imagine taking 2 hours to blow it up and then just letting it all back out again. That's what we're doing. And this is what we're saying about the way we're attacking. We're going backwards constantly. And this is why we're counter-attacking. That's down to tactics. That's tactics. That's not the players not wanting to attack. I think that's because they're being told from the sidelines to keep the ball. Keep the ball. Don't lose it. Keep the ball. Keep it. If you don't see a pass on, keep the ball. And it's too cautious. We can't play like that against teams because teams, like you said, will get back. And a team like Crystal Palace will absolutely punish us. And, I said it the week against Burnley. We've played like this against Burnley. Burnley didn't punish us because they didn't have the players. Palace do.
Yeah.
That's a difference. And that's why
if it wasn't for Alisson as well, bro. If Alisson wasn't in goal today, again, he saves us, bro. Some of those one-on-one stops he made today was outrageous as well. And the fact that, as I said, we never like try and get him a clean sheet. Like today, the goal we conceded was a mistime header from Gravenberch. Gravenberch headers it back into the space, and that's how Sarr gets his goal. That's how he gets his goal. And even for the winner as well, I'm pretty sure, was it Virgil? I think Virgil was the one who got the header, and it came off the back of his head and went through to Nketiah, and then he's the one that put it away. So, no, like the goals they're coming from when you think, no, we're not going to concede from here. We look all right. In a moment, he's going to header that out. He's going to header that away, and then we can just press out. But those are the goals we're conceding at the moment, bro. And yeah, I just don't get it, man. We don't have a system. We don't have a style. And I remember mentioning it on my channel. And I said, I honestly feel like we're not going to have a style of play, but we're going to try and find a style of play within every individual game. We're not going to just have a team where you go, okay, I can see what we're trying to do here. It will just be random for different games. Play a different way against Arsenal, play a different way against Man City, play a different way against Palace, play different. So we're not going to have a style of football. So that means there's pressure on the manager to get not only the team right every game, but also the tactics right in every game. Because we don't actually have a style that we utilize and then we can build from. So I don't know, man. I honestly don't know what to say. And for me, it's not a loss that I'm like, I never saw this coming. I saw it coming.
Yeah. I said yesterday, it won't surprise me it's 1-1. I think my prediction yesterday was 2-1 to Liverpool. I said late.
I predicted 2-1
goal. Yeah. 2-1 Liverpool, but it wouldn't surprise me if it's 1-1. So, Brovin Copper asked this morning, who's in chat now, he asked this morning, how do we accommodate Wirtz in this? I said the only way you can accommodate Wirtz in midfield right now is put him out wide because of the simple fact that we've got too many players trying to do the same thing. We're always trying to go, trying to go forward. Gravenberch wants to get forward. So they're all getting each other's way. And that's what we did again today. It went to like a 4-2-2 apparently. 4-2-2-2. So it just everyone crowded into the middle. It makes no sense that.
You remember when I said about the tactics, bro? Like, how are you going to get players to get shots off on goal if everyone is in the way? Not only do you have all your players in there, but you have all of their players in the box. Where's the space to get shots away? Where's the room to create opportunities for clear-cut opportunities? There's no real room to do it. As I said, bro, we've bought Isak, we've bought Florian Wirtz, big money signings, and we're not even building a team around him. That doesn't even make sense to me.
Yeah, it feels like we're not. The tactics don't suit what they give us.
It's not suited. It's not suited to Kirkes. It's not suited to Frimpong. It's not suited to Wirtz. It's not suited to Isak. So 4 out of our 5 signings, Nketiah is just making his own chances. To be fair to him, he's just finding a way to get his goals. But the 2 big summer signings, the 2 fullbacks that we got in, why are we not playing to their strengths? That doesn't even make sense to me. So we're buying players and then trying to shoehorn them in a system that doesn't suit them. But then us as fans, we're going to get onto them because they're not playing well. which is fair because they're not playing well. But then they're also trying to play in a different way that they're not used to, that you said that you brought them in to come and do. So you and how I know it makes sense. When we had Nunes and Jota, we went and checked, me and Savage went and checked the chances we created for them in terms of their shots on goal. They both was on 30 after like 30 games. 32 games. They both had 30 shots. So I said, if you're a striker in our team and you average it out, so you're telling me it's either 1 shot per game or less than a shot per game in the Premier League. So that's what we worked out. I'm like, I wouldn't want to play up front for that team. If for 90 minutes of football or 45 we're sharing the minutes, I'm only going to get 1 chance to shoot. That doesn't make sense to me. And I'm watching our team now. Nketiah, if you look through his goals, the first goal he scored was against Palace in the Community Shield, was a good ball from Wirtz, but he made something of it. It wasn't like, oh, it was guaranteed to be a goal. The Bournemouth one was him, McAllister played it to him, and then he just turned and got a ricochet, and then he went through. Newcastle one was a pass from Gakpo, and it was more of a snapshot, great finish by him. But it wasn't like, oh, he has to put that away. It's just more he took the opportunity. And then Wilder got when he played Arsenal, he tried to get he slid in to get one, but he was obviously offside. And then his latest goal. I'm just like and Gravenberch is probably the only one that I've seen we create. Slipped him down the line against Newcastle, and he went for
a today. That was Gravenberch, wasn't it? I think that was the only proper chance we really created from open play today. That the Wirtz scored. And then we had the good chance we Canate headed, didn't we? From a corner there. But open play, the only really decent chance we had was the Gravenberch to Wirtz. And that's you're talking about being top of the league and stuff, but we're not creating. We are conceding, but we're not really creating much. The loss of Trent's massive. People don't realise that the loss of Trent is massive. Trent Alexander-Arnold would create from nothing, can create from miles back and create something out of nothing.
Yeah, and I don't mind that, but the fact that we're not even allowing the other guys to go and do their jobs. You know what? If you could, and that's not to say that they shouldn't be creating and doing their thing, that they should be, but if the system don't suit what they need to do, like Kirkes, marauding fullback is getting tucked in and babysitting next to Virgil. Frimpong is coming in, and if you're not going to use him as a right back, then use him as a wing forward then. Where he gets goals, he gets assists because he's good at beating players 1v1 and getting the ball into the box. Wirtz, you want to play him as a lone 10, no problem. But if he's playing in a lone 10, when he's give him the ball then. Play through him. So you're not playing to his strengths then. And then you got Isak up front, pulling right, pulling left, running in behind, coming short, and he's not getting enough touches of the football either. So we've got a striker that's clinical, we've got a 10 that can create, but we're not playing to none of their strength. We've got 2 fullbacks that we're not playing to their strengths to allow them to overlap and get balls into the box. And then you're right. Everyone else wants to do everyone else's job. McAllister does the same job. Yes, that's mad.
We bought an attacking. We bought Kirkes because how good he was attacking and how good he was going up and down the pitch. And then we're not playing like that. Not playing, like you said, he's not playing to his strengths. And Florian Wirtz. And this is the thing about Florian Wirtz. And people say, why is it not working with Florian Wirtz? I'll tell you what, one thing doesn't help with Florian Wirtz is the fact that we don't have a defensive midfielder. Because it's not balanced in midfield. Gravenberch wants to go forward. You see how excited was last week when he actually got good to go forward. How good he is. Szoboszlai is quite forward-minded, more than defensive-minded anyway. McAllister's certainly more forward-minded than defensive-minded. We need a defensive-minded midfielder in there to have balance. And I said it as a maths question. No, I said it like a maths thing. You need to add up to 24 in midfield. 3 8s is 24. That's why it worked last season. Now we've got a 10. We need a 6 and an 8. You need balance. And without balance, it's going to be what we're seeing, where everyone's getting in the same spots, everyone's making the same runs, and they're getting in each other's way. So that's why Wirtz is probably not working. And then that doesn't help Isak. That doesn't help because Salah wants to come inside as well. Gakpo wants to come inside. So everyone's literally just there.
Do you know what I said last week I said we just need to go to the back 5 because guess what? You kill 2 birds with 1 stone. You get your balance. Put Gravers and Sobo in the 2. You put Salah more inverted, You put Wirtz in there as well because that's what he's used to playing at Leverkusen. You put Isak up front, and then you got Salah and Wirtz doing your creation inverted, so they're not running from wide to in. Then you've got Kerkez and Frimpong as your guys with the width, and they can beat players 1v1, and they're quick, and they got great delivery on them. Then you've got your three at the back. You can put who you want in the three: Gomez, Ibu, Virgil, whatever combination that you feel that you want that will work best for you. But for some reason, we're not doing it. Like, for some reason, we're just playing to like two people's strengths, three people's strengths within the team. I'm like, you can't expect us to play well and win then if you're going to do that. But that's not making any excuses for the players because they still need to play better than what they've been playing.
I said at the beginning of the season, I said if we get Matt Gay, it wouldn't surprise me, and I would personally try a 3-4-3. If I get Konate, Virgil, then
that's the plan.
Like I said, Kerkez, your width is Kerkez and Frimpong, and then you have Salah and Wirtz like inside forward behind Isak.
Exactly. Exactly, and then that's how you get the best out of everyone.
Yeah. But obviously we didn't get Gay for the door. Now we've got Nero Leone, so I don't think we'd do that now because we've got Gomez and haven't got anything else behind that, have we? In terms of centre back, unless we go get one in January. There's talk about now not going for Gay in January. I don't know why he wouldn't. For me, at least he'd try. At least Slot needs to stop being consistent. System changing with the players must confuse us the position with the constant changing. The thing is, it's changing things, right? But it's not changing players as well that don't deserve to be dropped at times. Salah another 90 minutes for Salah today is shocking. We can't keep if you keep playing players that are playing crap. Then at what point do you say, well? That's where complacency comes in. Because it's like, well, I'm going to get picked next week anyway.
Yeah, and it's not tennis. It's not singles event. It's not Salah versus someone else. It's 11v11, and if they're winning 7 out of the 11 battles, 8 out of the 11 battles, that's where you're going to lose the game because you have to try and win more battles than they are. And at the moment, we're playing with like sometimes 10 men with Wirtz in there. Now you're playing with 9 men, basically, because they're not offering anything because they're not in. Then you've got Kerkez, bring that down to 8 men because you're not playing to his strengths. Then you might as well do the same thing with like Bradley and Frimpong because you're not playing to their strengths either. So bring that down to 7. And then you're hoping Sobo and Gravenberch and all of these guys are having their good game because sometimes like Gravers weren't great today either.
No.
Sobo was okay. Mac was non-existent. Like apart from the one pass he gave Isak. And then you have Isak. So you bring those numbers down. As you keep talking, you're bringing those numbers down going, oh, so there's only a couple of guys that was actually trying to, like Alisson and Kerkez in moments, trying to, having a bit of pace in the game. So then you might have 3-4 players that's trying. And then the rest of them are just like, and you look at the Palace team, and you can tell me who had a bad performance in their whole 11 squad. Not one player had a bad, and even if they didn't put like the standards of where you probably go, okay, now that wasn't that player's standards. But the one thing you can say, they tried, they ran, they worked, they were involved. Pino was involved, Sarr was involved, Mateta was involved, Kamada was involved, Adam Wharton was involved. Like every one of them was involved. The whole backline was in. But when we're looking at our team, we're like, oh, that guy can have the day off. That guy can have the day off. That guy is not being played in the best position to get the best out of him. That guy is working overtime because he's trying to keep us in the game. That doesn't even make sense to me. And and I mean this in every game we play. And I applaud Liverpool fans to just look. If you're watching again, if you can tell me that all of their players are having a good game, there's something wrong with our team. Because it shouldn't be that way. It should be we're killing them, and that guy's playing bad. That guy's he's getting cooked. That guy's getting cooked. He keeps getting ran past in midfield. Then you know, right, Liverpool are on it. Not the other way around. Can't win a game of football like that. That can't stay consistent. That's not going to be sustainable.
It's not good. And individuals are going to get called out, rightly so, because Salah's not playing well, but Kerkez. But again, Kerkez has been shocking again. But again, like you said, we've bought Kerkez, and the Kerkez we bought is not Kerkez because we're not playing him like the Kerkez we bought. It's pointless buying him if we're going to play him like that. We might as well buy Aït if we can do that. Because I think
because what do you want Kerkez to do though? What do you like in the game? I'm like, what could he have done better in how you wanted him to play? There's no space to overlap. because you got touchline wingers. So that means I have to run infield. And then when I run infield and I'm trying to get, and then I put crosses in, there's no one in there because the striker's dropped out. And then Salah's touchline the other side instead of actually being field. So then I have to go backwards. I couldn't tell. I don't know, bro. I honestly couldn't tell. I don't know what we do going forward.
I don't know about you, mate, but what's annoyed me even more is what Slot said after the game. One second, I'm trying to try and find it. He said something. He blamed the ref.
I haven't even listened to any. I have not even listened to anything.
He's blamed the ref on one of them. 1 second, let me have a look.
Yeah, because I think the corner for the goal, it came back off of Mitchell. So
it came back off Mitchell.
Yeah, but
shouldn't have been a corner. But I don't think we should have got the goal. Salah could have easily got done fan ball as well. So we can't really cry about referees.
And then Salah blocked Sobbo's shot as well. You remember?
If you're a Liverpool fan crying about referees, yeah. If you're crying about referees as a Liverpool fan, then you just sometimes we just need to look in the mirror. This is what Slot said. So I'm just going over what he said here. For very difficult first half, they did really well and deserved to be 1-0 up. But we were lucky it was only 1-0. Second half, we were quite as opposite. But the second set piece, they won the game. If you want to compete, you need to be very positive balance. Set pieces, even more so in this league. It was one of our biggest strengths last season. We've conceded 2 this time. But this league is more and more about set pieces. So it's blamed it basically on set pieces there. And then he went on to, where is it now? There we go. It's never ideal when you concede extra time, but there was a sub and a half, so a half a minute extra was fair. I need to check on when exactly they scored. Like, don't check on they scored. Check on the fucking tactics they're using. Don't check on when they scored.
Yeah, well, I don't know. We've benefited from extra time, haven't we? So we can't complain about that. We've benefited from getting extra time, scoring our goals, some of our late goals. We benefited from using it. Yes, obviously if they add extras on, but sometimes the extras are on when players, like for instance, the ref had to stop it, if he remembers, because Alisson, like, ankle was hurting him. You remember?
Yeah.
And then the referee stopped where he was, ran all the way to go and check. So that's probably where that came from as well.
Yeah.
Checking his ankle, then rolling. That was within the extra time. So if they went over, these are little things that they'll go, right, I had to run from my position to go there. That's about 10 seconds. Then I check on him. That's probably about 5 to 6 seconds, whatever. Then I have to wait for me to get back in my position, so I'm out of you guys' way. That's probably another 5. So that's probably like your 30 seconds added on that you're complaining about.
And the sub as well, right? So it's like, I just don't like it how I won't even mention it. As a manager, I won't even mention it. That's last thing I've mentioned.
It's being salty, that's why.
Yeah, I'd just be like, look, we simply weren't good enough. Palace were the better team. Yeah, I said the Palace were the better team, but I'd leave it at that. I said, look, we weren't good enough.
They're the better team.
We're going to work on the training ground. We're going to work on it. And I don't, we have standards here at this club that we shouldn't. No, he talks about standards all the time, and he's very truthful when he does talk about standards. And we did possibly miss Nketiah today, but we shouldn't need Nketiah.
No, he only talks about standards when it's not his favorite players, bro. Because he's ready to throw Nketiah under the bus for a celebration. And he was ready to drop. You know what I mean? It would drop Chiesa at the team and didn't care about him like that. Dropped him out of the preseason tour. Dropped him out the Champions League squad. So when it's these things, last season when he was ready to throw Kwanzaa under the bus when he lost out in the Jules in the Ipswich game at the start of the season, ready to throw him under the bus there. So when Sobbo wasn't creating last season, remember, he was like, if you're going to play in the 10, you need to create. So he's ready to throw, but when it's not his favorites,
one of the most creative players in 10s in world football and still not creating out.
But point proven. How can you watch that as a manager and seeing that Salah offers you nothing and there's no critique in the press? You're ready to throw. You dropped Gakpo because you didn't think he was playing well.
Mm.
You dropped him today. He didn't play. Yeah. You dropped him because you didn't think he was playing.
Week for not playing well.
Dropped Kirkes. You dropped Wirtz against Everton because you didn't think he was not playing well. Like you so what? Is it just the favourites in the team? Like you're not going to drop? It's crazy, bro.
Do you think this is actually a genuine concern? As in, like with Arne Slot, is the favourites thing because it can cost him in the end. It's going to cost him in the end.
Well, look, he's already won the league once, man. But that's last season, bro. Listen. I think you can always look at
last season, though. Do you think they were signed last season?
Yeah, because we didn't play good last season. The other teams were just dead, and we just did our job, which I expect us to do with the quality of players we have. There's two ways of looking at it, right? You you can criticize him this season, but also hold the notion of, I understand that he's a Premier League winning manager. And he deserved to win it because he did what he did. He came in and tweaked what he needed to tweak and won us the league, right? So we're always going to be grateful for that. Helped us win on number 20. But we're in a new season. We're in a new season with his new tactics, his new players that he wants in there as well. So we can still hold to heart that you've done well for us so far, but also we are able to critique what's going on currently. And I feel like some fans can't separate the two. It doesn't mean that you think he's not a good manager. It doesn't mean that you don't respect what he's done for us. But this season so far, we've not played well. And we've relied on late goals. And now it's come back to bite us. And we don't fix it, it's going to be a continuous thing because we play like this most of the time. The benefit is there's games where we've had better first halves or better second halves, i.e. against Everton, first half, phenomenal. Atletico Madrid, first half, phenomenal. This is the first time I've seen us not have a good half at all. 20 minutes maybe in the second half, you'd go, right, Jones came on and we looked a bit, Gravenberch, Wirtz, it looked like we had something there. But it wasn't a great performance. We didn't even have a slot 45. And then we pick up to Savage because that's what he calls him, slot 45, because he only manages for 45 minutes. His tactics only works for 45 minutes. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I think the system needs to change. I think the shape and the system needs to change. And it's not reactionary. This is something I've thought about for ages. And I'm like, to get the best out of every one of the players, from the existing players and the new players. It's just something I've just pondered on, thought of. And because I watched Palace and I knew this was going to happen. In my preview, I said, I think we should match their formation, because if you don't match their formation, we're going to get overrun and everything's going to be in front of them. There's no one to allow Wharton and Kamada to go, right, there's someone standing in the space just in behind me I need to be worried about. So then you get caught in no man's land. Everything that we did today, because of our shape and the way we play, was right in front of them. Then we tried to shift it to like these random formations throughout the whole game and still didn't offer up any space. Yes, we had moments in the game. Bert should have took his chance. You think Isak probably could have done better with the header. But also, I think he should have went over as well when Richards clipped his ankle. But he stayed up to try and finish it, and he missed the target. You remember that he was out wide, cut inside, played it into McAllister, and then he carried on his run. He got it back, and then Richards clipped him, and he was like half going to fall down, and then he cut in and then just didn't get the shot on target. But I would have went down.
Do you think Slot has too many choices now?
Nah, that can't. That's a great problem to have.
Yeah, it is. He can play different ways.
Yeah, it's a great problem to have. Who would say they don't want top talented players in their team? And too many of them. Nah.
The problem is not, like you said, not playing to the strengths of the players that he has brought in. We're still trying to play a way that doesn't suit Isaac, that doesn't suit Wirtz.
Yeah.
So really, we talk about we'll buy players to suit the systems. It doesn't seem like we have done here.
No, definitely not.
It seems like we bought these players because we really like them, rather than. But if you're going to buy players like that, you've got to change up the system a little bit. Because our system doesn't suit the system that we had last season doesn't suit an Isaac. A young Klopp would.
Yeah.
In a way. Obviously, Firmino was what is it, 9? But young Klopp after Firmino would have easily. I think Isaac would have suited that because it's more proper intense, getting behind. Now we're just trying to break teams down slowly. That doesn't suit Isaac.
No, because he keeps making runs, keep asking for the ball, and he's not getting it. So
yes, and especially when we're not creating many chances at all. Here we go. Here come. You know when we're lost, when fucking the rivals come in. How much you spent getting thrashed by Palace? Should have got 5-6 goals. You got lucky. Should have gone invincible. I presume this is an Arsenal fan because he's used the word invincible. As soon as you use the word invincible,
by the way, know that they're all still behind us.
Arsenal fans, by the way.
Do you know the crazy thing? They're still all behind us in the table. So
I don't say thrashed. I'd say outplayed, certainly, but not thrashed. We only lost 2-1 last second.
Yeah, for Alisson, Alisson probably kept us.
I'll admit they should have got 5-6 goals. Absolutely, though. Pathetic fans and club. I don't know where you get pathetic fans from. We've been honest on here tonight. It's the ones that are not honest. That's when maybe you should be using pathetic. I see man inverting Kirkes when he's attacking an overland for fullback. Yeah, that makes zero sense at all. I see him using Verts as a road runner when he's a pure 10. He ain't
Agree with that.
dropping he ain't developing the players at all. I think he's developed Gravenberch massively, but again, I think last year I've said it. I've been saying it for over a year. He's holding Gravenberch back. He's holding Gravenberch back. He shouldn't be deep. And you saw he actually mentioned that last week, didn't he? Gravenberch says, "I don't want to be deep." And I've been saying it for over a year, and people say, "No, he's a 6 now. He's a 6 now." I said, "Watch it with your eyes. He's not a 6. I'm telling you now. Watch him go back in Ajax days. Watch him when he plays for Ajax. He's a box-to-box midfielder." And I think he did it in an interview last year as well. Today he's 6 now. He said, "No, I'm more of an 8, but I'm learning the 6." He said, "It's still let Gravenberch go." And again, that comes with. I still think we need a DM. I do like a Water, like a Belay, but someone just I can get the best out of Gravenberch and allow him to go a bit more forward without him to think about, oh yeah, I've got my defensive work to cover there. But yeah, I think it's not.
Yeah, but even if we get a Wharton, why is it? It don't matter if we get a Wharton, if we get a Ronaldinho, it don't matter because we don't play the system that suits the players. Wharton is better in a 3 at the back and the 4 across the midfield where it's him and someone else in the double pivot. We don't do that formation. So he'll come here and look like a bozo himself. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. There's no point in calling for these players because the system that we play won't suit the players. I think if you're gonna go and get a defensive midfielder, you're gonna have to just get someone that can just play on their own in the 6, like what we had with Fabinho. I think that's the kind of defensive midfielder you go and get. Someone that can just sit in there, break up play, and then distribute the ball.
This is a genuine question, right? This is a genuine question. I know he won his league last year. I know he's a fantastic manager, probably the best manager we can get right now. But can he be successful as a Klopp from what you're seeing?
I think he's got talented footballers, so maybe even by default he might just be. But if he doesn't tweak the basic things that we're seeing, then probably not. Because I think we'll be there, but we'll fall short just because of those little simple things. For an example, whatever we're doing isn't getting the best out of the players. We played 8 games now. You've had a preseason, and I know he sat joint late, so let's exclude him. Kirk has joined early, Frimpong joined early, Verts joined early enough. So they've had the games now to play, and you still can't get an outstanding performance when you're like, oh my days, fantastic, because the system doesn't suit what they are as a player. So how long do we leave it? And I think that's why he'll probably fall short. We'll be there because we've got a talented group of players, but we'll end up falling short because in the moments when you need those players to play how they want to play, how we set up doesn't suit to get the best out of them. So he might get to finals, he might get to quarters and semis and all of those great stuff, but we'll fall short against teams that's a bit more rigid. They understand what they need to do. Yeah, for an example, you fall short to them, fall short to these teams. And for even like in the Community Shield, I know most people don't really care about winning it. I care about winning every game we play. And even like that, I'm just like, we should have beaten them in that.
There were signs in there. There were signs there.
Yeah. And we got to play them again now in the Carabao Cup at Anfield. And they will go strong, and we'll do the rotated thing. That's what will happen, and they'll probably knock us out. Now, when we go into that game, the Gaffer has 2 problems now. A, he goes, I'm going to keep the rotated squad and play them because I don't think Palace will. Or B, he wants to get some pride back and he'll try and play some of the main players in that game. So, I don't know.
I don't think he's waiting till we lose one game now if it falls short. I think we still win the Premier League, if I'm honest, like Shiba said here. But there is concerns there falling short because of the fact that City aren't going to be the same as last season, and I don't think Arsenal are either.
I don't think he'd listen to the question in the first place, though. I don't think they listened to the question, to be fair, bro. Because if you listen to the question on the reasons why, we still think we'll win the league. But he's asking about having the same success as Jurgen Klopp. That's where I know you weren't listening. You probably just joined and decided to type. Things you just listen before you type, mate.
Absolutely. I mean,
Yeah.
with regarding Jurgen Klopp as well, I felt sorry for him last year because he must have been thinking, why the fuck was Man City not like this when I were there? Because to tell you one thing, if that Man City was still the same, we wouldn't have won the league last season. I think might have just won it if anything, would have been a lot closer, would have been a proper title race. But this season, again, we can't rely on Man City or Arsenal dropping much. We've got to focus on ourselves. We have been getting late winners. We have been showing champions mentality. I think that's one thing that sorts changed, I think, for me.
Yeah.
We sort of lost that mentality under Klopp a little bit that last season or two. That mentality has come back to win games. Last season, we saw it many times. We came back from the Fulham game with 10 men, got a 2-2 draw from that. We got a few late winners last season. Our mentality last season was impeccable. And it has been again this season. I think that's getting us through the games at the moment.
Is it though, or is it the players, bro? Is it him though, or is that just the because we got winners in our team, right?
Yeah.
Is it him, or is it the winners that we have in our squad?
I think it's a mix because we sort of lost that belief in ourselves and the club a little bit towards the end. It felt like that mentality just dropped off a little bit.
Yeah, they came from Klopp
as well. I don't know.
Yeah, I think came from him. I think
I don't think that was Klopp as well because I think he just lost the love of the game at the point.
Yeah,
and it's sort of like the mentality went with the players, and it sort of like seeded it, got into them, embedded into them. But I think Slot has brought that mentality back. I just think it just needs to really look at it now before like the league gets worse. Fix the tap because we could have a flooded house in 3 weeks' time. We've got Galatasaray away, we've got Chelsea away, and we've got Man United at home. I think after the international break. So in like 3-4 weeks' time, I'm hoping we're still top of the league. That's fantastic. Ride this little wave here. Arsenal have got a big game tomorrow. If Arsenal win tomorrow, it's massive for them. Away to Newcastle. It's a massive win for them if they can get a win.
Puts them 2 points behind us, doesn't it? So,
but it's one of those. I mean, City again won 5-1 today. I think I predicted 5-0 in my. Did I predict 5-0? I think I said 5-0 in my predictions. So that was expected today for me. But it is right now. I think Man City are there. I think Man City are in a title race. I think
they're not. Yeah, they are in it. They're definitely in it. 100% they're in it.
Arsenal win tomorrow, 2 points behind. Who've Arsenal got next after this? So we've got Chelsea away. That's not an easy game. I know Chelsea lost today, but it's still not an easy game. Chelsea last season was the most difficult games we played for me.
Yeah.
PSG. Arsenal got Fulham away, I think.
Do you know what the games that we struggle in is the ones that play with full wing backs. Those are the games I always look at our team and I'm just like, you guys struggle so much against these teams.
And every team can set up like that against us.
Every team, they do. They do.
So this is why it's on us. And when we got that comment last week, I said to you, I got that comment. Oh, it's Burnley. They've set up like that. How do you expect to break them down? We're fucking Premier League champions. We're supposed to have one of the best tacticians in world football. How do you mean? How do we break them down? He's got to work out a way to break them down. Crossing from deep and relying on long-range shots is not breaking a team down. He's changed up tactics, bringing on a different player to attack, like a Rio Ngamora, for example. Again, brought on late today. If you break teams like that down, you need an Ngamora on the pitch. You need a Frimpong on the pitch. What they do, they attack fullbacks. The fullbacks, if they are beaten, the centre-backs have got to come out. That creates space for everyone else. When you have direct wingers like that cause problems, that are willing to take their fullbacks on, that gets everyone else panicking. Everyone else has got to change their tactic. Everyone else has got to come out of position to cover their fullback being taken on. But when we're playing the same way, Gakpo's coming inside shooting. Vert's coming inside now from the left wing. Our midfield's just all going in the same box, just outside the box, in that middle area. It's easy to defend against.
Very.
Palace are laughing. Burnley were laughing. The only reason I didn't get the result, Burnley, is because like they said, Hannibal put his hand up. Burnley out-tacticked. I won't say out-tacticked, but they got, they set up to get a draw, and they would have got a draw through their tactics if it weren't for Hannibal. It wasn't because we outplayed them or we brought them down. We didn't break them down. And today we find it. And if we're going to games thinking, right, saying, oh, well, because they played like that, we can't beat them. Every single team's going to do that to us, by the way. By the way, we might not even beat Man United at home this season because they play fullbacks and wing backs.
They play wing backs as well.
when everyone's beating Man United, we better fucking beat Man United at Anfield.
And then we won't. Do you know why everyone beats them? Because they make sure they defensively well, and then they catch them on a counter attack.
There we go. What 11 would you like to see? Go on then. Ends. Me and Self. We're gonna take over. We're gonna take over management. And we're not saying here we're better managers than Slot either. Before anyone starts crying, because that's what I got the week.
Obviously, look, I know that obviously we got Leone injured, but I didn't count on him in terms of he was going to be a guy that we relied on in the Premier League. So, and the way that Arne Slot plays these fullbacks, they might as well be centre backs at this point. And he told us Endo can play there. He told us Gravenberch can play there. Whatever. It's just stupidness. Alisson in goal. I would go with the back three of Virgil, Konate, and Gomez. Obviously, we would add Leone fit, but I don't. At this point, I don't even care. Just you can have Robbo on the bench and put him centre back if you need to. If one of them gets injured, it's just 3 at the back, isn't it? Wing backs, Kirkes and Frimpong. I would go with 2 in the midfield. The 2 holding midfielders is going to be Szoboszlai and Gravenberch. That's the best 2 combination that works. Wirtz, and if you want to keep unperforming Salah in there, you can put them 2 more as the inverted players, and then Isak up top. Or if you don't even want to play Salah in there, you can play Wirtz, Ekitike, and Isak. So you can have the 2 of the Ekitike and Wirtz as the 2 in behind the striker, if you want to do that. And I promise you, we would batter teams. I promise you, we would batter teams. But the gaffer won't do it.
And if we stick to this sort of formation, these tactics, I think we need to play an Engamoa. Or we need a direct runner on the wings.
You need direct people that's going to go by there. Exactly.
Or even a Chiesa. Even a Chiesa is a direct runner.
Or a Chiesa.
Because what they do is they, like I said, especially against wing backs, we need to create that in the middle. When they've got 3 centre backs, we need to create space in the middle. The only way we do that is with the wing backs through our wingers.
Because their wing backs are going to have to, guess what their wing backs have to do? They have to go out there to them. When they go out there, guess what happens? You then have 3 versus 3 in the middle.
Yep.
Because the wing backs have to go out wide. And even if they keep compact and we get it in those half spaces, then you've got overlaps. Now you can put the ball into the box and cause problems with the 3 in there. But because we're not doing it, guess what? When the wing backs tuck in, it's like one Isak on his own, or maybe Wirtz in there on his. Like it's just then it's like 3-4v2.
Yeah.
Like we get outnumbered. But the wing backs are there to occupy their wing backs, which stretch the 3 in the back line with those teams that play it. Now you got Isak there, you got a Salah there, you got a Wirtz there. Now it's 3v3 in here. Let's see who wins that battle.
And we have the better players.
And we are the better, but we didn't want to do that. We wanted to allow them to outmatch us on the pitch. So in every transitional moment, they had more players than us in those attacks.
And it felt like, you know what, the worst thing today, it felt like what one ball over the top sort of killed us a little bit. How many times they were in on the wings, one ball over the top is ridiculous. To say we're not even attacking. We're not even attacking our fullbacks. We're not even using Kirk as an attacking fullback. We're not using Bradley as an attacking fullback. So why are we so easy to be beating that fullback at the moment? That's quite worrying. If they're not out of position, if Kirk is not out of position,
how are they getting beaten? Do you know why? You know why? Because they match us up 3v3. Because that Pino guy, Mateta, and Sarr is there. So even if you tuck in, Kirkes, it leaves 3v3. So all it takes is a loose ball, and they can just play us against 1v1. Play Sarr versus Kirkes 1v1. Play Pino 1v1 against Ibu or whatever, unless Ibu has Mateta to deal with. That's how they were able to get in. A little knockdown or a second ball, then you can play into those spaces and that's what I said we could easily do because we have the players to do, but we choose not to do it. We choose to just get up, like hope Isak can hold off everyone in the back line. It's great.
Mateta was brilliant, by the way. He was unlucky when he hit the post. That was a fucking shot. That
that would have been a goal and a half.
That was a shot. That was good build-up play and all for that goal. That'd been a brilliant goal that went in. Tottenham play tonight. They can go 2 points behind us if they beat Wolves. So they probably will do beat Wolves. Right, Wednesday. Did we play Wednesday or what did we play this week? Tuesday.
Did we play Wednesday last week? So it'll probably be Tuesday, maybe even Thursday, because there was a couple of Champions League games.
Thursday, yeah. It's away to Galatasaray on Tuesday, 8 o'clock.
Tuesday. Okay.
What do you do in that? Do you keep? It's not going to change formation.
No, he's not.
I'm not even gonna cry if he doesn't change formation. At the end of the day, just play the right players, play the right team, play the players that deserve to play. Simple as that. If you're not playing well, you're not playing. You're like Gakpo not playing well, dropped. Well done, but the players if they're not playing well. I mean, Maka. I don't know why we keep trying to play Maka into fitness. I don't know what's going on here. He said we're trying to keep Maka from. Don't start him then. Don't start him. Today's team should have been Chiesa on the left.
We'll keep playing him.
Kurtz at 10 and Soboslai and Gravenberch. Don't start Maka. If he's not fully fit, don't start him. Bring him on with half an hour left if we need a goal. If
I agree, bro.
10, put Maka at 10.
I agree. Better at 10. You got Jones that can play there. Soboslai can... But I prefer Sobo and Gravers in the double pivot.
I do.
Honestly,
Man. And then Maka as a 10. Like I said, if Florian Wirtz isn't playing well, if he's playing shit like he is doing, drop him. Maka's at 10. I think Maka's a better 10 anyway than he is at the other two positions. That's why we bought him from Brighton. He was a 10 at Brighton. That's why he's got Mac 10 on his back. Season number 10. Midweek though, start Isak, save Nketiah for Chelsea. I would start Nketiah.
At this point, start both of them, man. Who cares at this point?
On the left and Isak up front, yeah.
Yeah, who cares? Jokes aside, look, I think Isak is fit enough to play. Just play him in it. He's the big money signing. Play him, and then Isak, Nketiah, because he got himself sent off. Yeah, maybe some fans crashed out a lot more than some on it. I just thought he forgot that it was a yellow card and he wanted to celebrate.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're a part of his punishment, you have to hold the bench, my guy. Isak will start this one, and then you come on and prove a point again. Prove the point why you should be starting. But I honestly don't know what to get.
Chiesa has continued to prove a point, and he still doesn't get started.
Still doesn't. And the only reason why Chiesa was on the bench today was because Nketiah wasn't.
Yeah.
So all of the hard work Chiesa did on midweek, it would have gone unnoticed because he wouldn't have been on the bench for this game.
I just don't understand it. I don't understand what's going on with Chiesa. I don't understand it. I think I did a TikTok on it. When he didn't make the Champions League squad, I said, well, it's not the fact that Rio's gone instead of him because Rio deserves to go. I think it's the fact that we took Endo because Endo could cover centre back as well.
I think we put Dan's ahead of him as well, and I was like, what?
In the Champions League? Did Dan's go?
Yeah, I think Dan's is in it. Maybe I'm wrong. Someone in the chat could probably tell me.
I think it was more like because Endo can cover centre back as well, so he's covering two positions. So he's gone.
Yeah, it's
when really Case is a match winner.
Yeah, you need match winners, experienced players in there,
especially in Champions League because they're the match winning games. They're the fine margin games because usually in the league you're going to dominate most games, but Champions League is different. You're playing teams at your level.
Exactly.
I'm going to say something then. About Chiesa? Oh yeah, I tweeted out. Was it like about half an hour before Chiesa got that equaliser? I said, "This is the time." What did I put now? Let's get it back. This is where Chiesa is important. Half an hour before he came on and got the win, and got the equaliser. I thought, well, there we go. But it's just again playing favourites, and it's going to hurt us in the long run.
Yeah,
that's the worst.
Can't play favourites, man. You've got too much of a good squad of players in the team to have favourites. I think it should be down on merit, not down on what you did previously. It should always be down on merit. Obviously, there's players that you keep in there. The back line you want to keep as consistent as you possibly can. That's why I think Bradley should be the right back if you don't see Frimpong as the right back. And then Frimpong should be Salah's replacement off the bench. I think that's what you should do. Because what you do there, you offer injection, speed, directness in there, 1v1. You take off Salah if he's not having a good game and you throw Frimpong on, that would be scary for any fullback because he's faster than most people. He's so direct. He can beat you in a 1v1 and he's got a really good cross on him as well. But this, we're going to use you sometime for right back, then we're going to use you sometimes for right winger. Sometimes it depends on the game. It doesn't make sense. It just give him one position and let him run it. If you don't see him as your right back, play Bradley. And the only time you take Bradley off is if he's injured or whatever. Other than that, stick with Bradley at right back.
Regarding Mo Salah, I won't say his performance is concerning. He is, he's always going to come with goals. I just don't think we're playing to his strengths either at the moment. I think we need to see him come more inside.
Also, as well, he needs to want to play properly, bro. Because as I said, yes, we're not. I think we're not playing to many of the players' strengths. But he doesn't even want to be involved in the game.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? It was so refreshing. And as the gaffer said, the good thing about the Atletico Madrid game, he got involved in the game.
Yep.
And that's one of the things I said. I don't need you to dribble past 6 players. I
Nope.
don't need you to give me step overs. I don't even necessarily want you to go, I need you to score me goals and assists. I know you score and I know you'll get an assist, but just get involved in the game. Like, because when you're involved in the game, things happen. When you're involved in the game, the other teams start worrying. When you're involved in the game, the other players get that extra boost because they're like, oh, Mo's on it today. But when you're like on the periphery of the game and you're like, oh, I don't really want the ball there, I want it here, and I might get it here, then I lose it, then I get it here, and then I lose it again, and then I'm just jogging around, but I'm not really involved in the game. Everyone's moving the ball side to side, and I'm getting one touch here. That's not what I want to see from my world-class player.
And that 3-4-3 would get him involved in the game, by the way.
100%, because he'll be more inside.
Then
he doesn't have to worry about now you're going. He doesn't have to worry about the fullback. He's not coming in from a wider area. He's closer to goal. And then he can then use his vision where he's got the overlapping run from the wing back there.
Yep.
Or there's a through ball round the corners to like Isak and or whatever. Or if everyone's coming across, then he can open the game up and give it to Kirkes on the other side. And then he's got room. Well, as I said, man, I don't get paid millions. I'm a YouTuber.
It just makes a sense, though, that what we've bought the players that we have done.
Mm-hmm.
If we haven't, like I said earlier, it doesn't feel like we've bought for system.
No.
Because if we bought for system, the players that we've got right now, the players that bought at Kirkes doesn't suit the system. We needed a centre back, a left back that can play centre back, like an Nketiah.
Mm.
Like who else? Like a Vardiol.
Honestly, it felt like we bought to play a back three. That's the way. I swear to you, if that's the way we bought, but that's not what we wanted to play. You bought wing backs in Kirkes and marauding fullbacks or wing backs, whatever way you're gonna put in both the fullbacks we bought. You bought a 10 that needs freedom and not just a 10. But it's crazy, bro. I don't know.
It says here Mo is bad against low block, but his pace is gone. So why is he wide? Why is he wide? If his pace is gone, he doesn't dribble as much anymore, and he struggles against low blocks. He's better coming inside. He's better being inside, close to the box. I said this the other day, and when we did the preview this morning, me, Daryl, and Reese, and said, "Oh, if Isak comes up, Isak's not playing 90 minutes." I said, "Stick at Mo up front then, because is your main threat goal scorer on the pitch when Isak's not on the pitch. You need him in the box. I'd rather him in there than be out wide at the moment. They need to come inside. You need your best goal scorers, your best goal threats in the box or near the box." And I think with Salah now, he's not a dribbler anymore. He's a creator and a goal scorer from moments. I think him and Wirtz as those two inside sort of 10s, both sort of 10s, really. They can call them 5.5s each if you want. Make like a triangle formation, like a Christmas tree from midfield into there. I think that works because we've got the three. More stability at the back with them three. So Gravenberch doesn't have to think about the DM as much. Thomas Line and Gravenberch can alternate anyway. We've got the width in Kirkes and Frimpong, who can cover back as well. We've both got the pace to do so. And we've also getting the best out of Salah and Wirtz.
But then when you look at it, if you've got the two in front of the three, that gives you 5 defensive players. And then you also have you've got your 2 wide men, your 2 10s, and then 1 attacker. You've got 5 in defense, 5 in the attack. That's what that's what that formation gives you. So the 2 centre backs that's not playing in the middle, left and right, they can split and go and cover the wide areas. And then guess what? The 2 holding midfielders can drop back and then screen the one defense centre after. But yeah.
A Man United fan coming in now. He's always in anyways, Emmy. But at least the only happiness I have today is Amarin is surely going to be sacked. It's still hanging on, his Amarin, by the way. It's hanging on. To be fair, Bruno Fernandes' penalty was fucking shit. I don't know how. Was it? I can't think of it. It was like a few years ago. Was it Callum that was on them pint things where then with fans and they do pint like strongly agree, disagree?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Callum on with one with in from United stand, what's his name? And they said Bruno Fernandes is better than Gerrard. I'm sure it was Callum that was on that. I'm sure it was.
I can't even remember.
Remember when he said Bruno Fernandes is better than Steven Gerrard?
No one's better than Gerrard.
And I thought,
Nah.
there's not even. I mean, Gerrard
Not
had
even a
worse team and
chance.
drag him to the Champions League. He had worse team than Bruno Fernandes got now. But yeah, I can't think who it was. I think it was Callum that was on it, as the Liverpool fan. I'm sure it was. Keller is a hero, absolutely. And John Ensign, by the way, with a long ball up top. I mean, getting outbeaten by John Ensign in 2025, there's something going on.
And Jordan Henderson's going to cook us when we play them as well. He's going to be on it. He's going to be on it so much, man.
Fucking hell. All right, thank you for watching tonight, guys. Make sure you do hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done already. Get across to Ends as well. Subscribe to his channel. I'm sure you already have done already. And join us again tomorrow. I think BBK's got a morning show tomorrow in the morning, and myself and Ends on Twitter are going to do a spaces for everyone. All football fans tomorrow, hopefully, and that's going to be very interesting. Normally, we're probably happy going into it, but not going to be as happy tomorrow, though. So, yeah, get across to Twitter and join me and Ends on Twitter as well, because we're going to be doing a football spaces tomorrow at 6 o'clock. I think it is 6 o'clock. We're going to do it.
Yeah.
So, make sure you get across that. Hopefully, a lot of players, a lot of fans across the Premier League come in and talk about that. But, yeah, thanks for the therapy. Yeah, sometimes we need it, mate. Sometimes we need it. Thank you for watching. Like I said, enjoy the rest of your night. Try to, anyway, and see you tomorrow.
Peace.